MixedMartialArts.com. Okay, test your mixed martial arts knowledge. Do you know this sport? Do you know these fighters? Do you think you know what's about to happen? You can prove it. You can put your money where your mouth is. You have to go to action247.com. In the first time in the history of Tennessee, you can bet on these fights. Get the app, put in the promo code SHOWCASE100 and make your bet. Jeremy Mitchell now enters the Showcase MMA 17 cage. This is the main event of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you are a fan of mixed martial arts and combat sports, you have come to the right place here at Spectation Sports and Showcase MMA 17. Matt Tomlinson behind the microphone having more fun than an MMA fan should be allowed to have.
I think he's going to run out of song.
And I got the best seat in the house, and I'm telling you what, I am excited for this matchup. Jeremy Mitchell now parading around the cage, and soon we'll see his opponent make his way, Stephen New, in this featherweight matchup at Showcase MMA.
And his opponent making his way to the cage, please welcome Stephen New.
Stephen New and Jeremy Mitchell now awaiting the start of this main event mixed martial arts bout in the featherweight division.
This bout is scheduled for five 5-minute rounds. First, out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 143 pounds, holds an undefeated record of 3 wins with 0 losses, and represents Advantage Martial Arts in Princeton, West Virginia, Jeremy the Adonis Mitchell. And his opponent across the cage to my left in the red corner. He weighed in at 144 pounds, holds a professional record of 7 wins with 3 losses, and fights out of Team Oxendine in Johnson City, Tennessee. Showtime, Stephen New.
All right, fighters, let's bring it in, guys. All right, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the back. If you want to touch gloves, do so now. When you come out of the corners, I want your hands up. Protect yourselves at all times. Let's go.
You know, I love main events like this
Your
one.
referee when the action begins is Jimmy Neal.
I tell you what, both these guys are here as a main event for a reason. Extremely talented mixed martial artists here about to face off in the featherweight division. Stephen New takes on Jeremy Mitchell.
Absolutely getting it started in round 1. I'm ready to see some fireworks tonight. And both of these gentlemen are prim and primed and ready to rock.
That's right, and both of them have eyes on the prize to the future. Both these guys looking to take their game to the next level, but they've got to get past each other here tonight at the main event of Showcase MMA.
Absolutely. And that did slide through. A flying knee actually landed on the second attempt.
Jeremy Mitchell looked like he had a Darson there real tight, but now New able to get out of it. What an amazing flurry of kicks and flying knees from Jeremy Mitchell.
And watch New going for the triangle, transitioning to the Una Pilata.
Wow.
Great transition out. Some great jiu-jitsu skills in the first 30 seconds of this fight. We knew we were in for a bar burner with this one.
Stephen New almost synced up the omoplata, tried to reach over to put the seatbelt over his opponent, but Mitchell doing a great job of rolling forward and out of the omoplata. Now in a superior position, trying to advance to side. Well, he has side mount, and New doing a good job of controlling his opponent's hips.
He's trying to advance to get that totally tight in there. He's just working on that. It looks like New, I know one of those flying knees landed, might have cut him open. I can't see his face quite yet, but I'm seeing right here on the camera. Looks like he might have a cut. Hoping that doesn't become a vision problem for him.
You know, I think you're right. I think that cut did come from the flying knee. What a quick scramble happening right now. Both these guys showcasing high-level grappling, with Jeremy Mitchell trying to improve his position. Stephen New able to regain the open guard.
Able to regain the open guard. Now he has that lockdown as well. He has that arm trapped inside. He's going to keep on working up for that triangle, that little fly.
Yeah, if he can get his hips out to the left and push Jeremy Mitchell's head and shoulders away from him, Jeremy Mitchell does a good job of posturing up and creating a little bit of opening for himself.
Some vicious elbows off the bottom to make him think about what he's doing. And now we got two guys sitting in guard. Let's see what they're going to work out. So far, they've been both going nuts, trying to push some missions, trying to throw good strikes.
You can tell by Stephen New's foot on hip placement that he's on an active guard. He's trying to make things happen. He's not content with just sitting there. He's already thrown up omoplata submissions. He's went for a triangle. But here's a guy that wants to use his jiu-jitsu as a weapon.
He definitely wants to use it as a weapon, and I'm not sure with that big mouth under his eye that getting back to the feet is the best idea. If he can do some business here, that might be what he wants to do. back to the full guard. Once again, New in the open guard, very active, trying to push the head away. Mitchell on top, solid, really pressing every time the New tries to turn and get some space. Mitchell is getting right back in his guard, sending him up and making it work.
Nate Jolly, we're seeing that mouse really start to balloon up underneath the left eye of Stephen New, and that happened early, and maybe what might be a 5-round fight. You got to wonder how that's going to take its toll on him later on.
Absolutely. Now, we have some great cut men and doctors in the corner. Hopefully, in between rounds, they can rump on that a little bit, but when it's that bad, there's a chance it's going to pop open. Once again, went for the Uniplata, bailed on it real fast, but maybe use it to get a stand-up. And now in some trouble here in a possible guillotine.
I'll tell you what, Jeremy Mitchell gives you nothing. You get no room, no time, no space, no breath. Jeremy Mitchell putting on a great show here so far in round 1.
And New, although that was in a little bit, it looks like he is out of it now. He's just scrambling for position, trying to get back to guard. So like Mitchell staying heavy on top. Looks like he's back in guard now, passing to that half.
And this is just, just position to position to position. Both these guys showing a high-level grappling acumen. And Stephen New looking for a sweep, but Jeremy Mitchell having none of it. Now in the mount position, or excuse me, not. I thought he was, but New is just too scrappy. He's not going to let him have it.
I think you were right. I think you were right for about a second.
About a half a second, he had him. Stephen New is on the ground. He might not be winning this round, but he is not letting a very skilled Jeremy Mitchell get these dominant positions. He's staying active on the bottom.
Staying active on the bottom, trying to avoid any big major strikes. And what I'm looking for here is hopefully he's going to start trying to work that underhook and get himself into position to base up and get off the bottom. It's going to be hard to win a fight here.
Jeremy Mitchell is very, very tight in the top position. This gives no space. He's very heavy. He's using his weight, using his frame to just completely smother his opponent, Stephen New. But New is doing a good job of keeping control and not letting this overwhelm him. He might not be winning the round, but at least he's surviving pretty well. We do have to see how this little mouse under his eye is going to do, because that thing's starting to get worse, and Mitchell's not even really doing anything to it. It's just getting worse on its own.
That mouse is turning into a rat right now. I'm not sure.
It is.
Now we see New going from the closed guard, which is a little bit different than his normal. He might be doing that just to secure the end of the round.
Yeah, I think he wants to get to the end of this and then start on his feet for the next one. We're going to get to see some more. Might get to see some more high-flying action from these two guys.
Absolutely.
They only, threw blows and exchanged fisticuffs for the first few seconds of that round, but it was some electrifying action.
Electrifying stuff. We saw some good submission attempts, some good defenses. So I'm really excited to see what happens the next round. Neither one of these guys are breathing too hard. They're just getting warmed up, so we still got some firework potential coming our way.
Like we said, Nate, coming into this main event, both these guys are here for a reason. Both these guys are here for a reason. You can tell just within this first round of action, there's levels to this stuff. You know what I mean? There's levels to this sort of thing. And when you witness these guys with the speed of their grappling transitions and how they move from one to the next almost flawlessly, you get to really see what a high-level mixed martial artist looks like.
Right, and when you're looking at a fight that has nearly 20 or so fights between guys, that's what you expect. You get to see high caliber, high intensity jiu-jitsu and striking and the transition to and fro. And that's what we want out of a main event. Looks like second round's going to get started, and that mouse looks like he got taken care of a little bit. Doesn't look like his eye is closed up or anything like that. Let's see what happens in round 2.
Jeremy New looks crazed with his hair going on like that. He looked like a madman across the cage from Jeremy Mitchell. Stephen New coming out with a good jab, pumping his way into this opponent.
Good jab, pushing him up against the cage, and that's what he's going to want to do. He's going to want to take the fight to him. As we noticed earlier, when he was backing up, there was big attack spin, the flying knees and things like that.
Stephen New with an onslaught of punches and kicks. Jeremy did a good leg kick back there.
He's using that jab to find his way in, and Mitchell wanting to get it back to the ground again, using that opportunity to try to get a takedown. Oh, he did get a takedown here.
He tapped!
He tapped. That is so amazing, so fast.
Wow!
I was just going to say, it looks like he has a guillotine locked up. boom.
Wow,
That's
Nate.
all it takes when you're at this level.
I tell you what, Nate Jolly, that is not what I expected to happen
Absolutely
there
not.
at all.
When you're at this level, it takes one mistake, one slip, you're never down, and that right there shows it. The man's got a mouse on his eye, but he's also got a win in the house tonight.
And he's going to have a belt strapped around his waist. I mean, this was an incredible performance from Stephen New, who arguably lost round one by a lot.
Yes, 10-8.
That might have been a 10-8 round. And look, that shows you how tight that guillotine choke was. Jeremy Mitchell tapped within seconds.
Absolutely, and Jeremy Mitchell is overly tough. There's no way he would have tapped if he thought he had a chance of getting out of it.
That's right.
So, supreme performance, both men. I'm never one to push rematches, but if it happened again, I'd be happy to sit for it. It's amazing.
It'd be an honor to get to commentate these two guys. Jeremy Mitchell definitely suffering a tough defeat, his first in his career in combat sports. He came in here with I think it was a 3-0 record, but he was undefeated, and now he's tasted it for the first time. But look, I mean, God, what a hard one that must be for him because he was doing so well.
And that is going to hurt, but let me tell you, just like Cheryl Crow said, the first cut is the deepest. Now, I'm sure he's a tough guy. He's got a tough team. If he can come back from this, he's not going to make those little mistakes again. He has great building blocks, and he's just going to keep on building. But this has to be tough tonight.
All right, very tough fight for both guys. Let's waste no more time and send it to our announcer, Jennifer.
Your referee stops this fight at 35 seconds into the second round. For your winner by way of guillotine submission and your new Showcase MMA featherweight champion, Showtime, Stephen New.
The champ is here. The champ is here.
The champ is here. I tell you what.
Steven.
Look at that crazy.
Steven, man, it's been a long time coming. Finally got that gold around your waist, man. How you feel?
Man, I feel good. I want to apologize right now. It's been 17 months or something since I fought, so a slow start. Sorry for giving everybody a heart attack right there, but that just goes to show that I have heart and I'm not going to quit in here.
Man, tell us what's next for Stephen New.
Man, next, I guess I'm going to get some stitches and some ice cream, but nothing against Showcase. I love you guys. I love this venue, but I want something bigger. I want something better. This dude holds a belt, a professional belt for a different organization. He was undefeated. He came in, he busted me up. I proved that I have the heart. Round two, I proved that I have the jab. I proved that I had the jiu-jitsu, so give me a bigger show.
All right, anybody you want to thank?
Hey, I want to thank all my teammates at Tri-Cities Boxing, all my teammates at Team Oxidine, my coaches Brad Austin, Casey Oxidine. They pushed me. They made me work. I was tired. They told me to keep going. You know, I had to remind myself. I want to thank all my friends, my family, my fiance. She went through a ton for this. Looked up diets, looked up recipes, cooked 3-4 times a day just to make sure my diet was on point. You know, also want to thank my sponsors. I know I'm going to forget some, but what is it? All Season Lawn and More up here in Bluff City, Bristol, Kingsport. Gold Spectrum CBD. Go hit them up over there. Baby, I'm not going to lie. They got some beanies and they are warm. I used it all night to stay warm for this fight, so you better get some before next winter.
All right, everybody give Stephen New a shot. Yes, sir.
Hey guys, I'd just like to take a quick moment and thank every one of you guys that bought tickets off me, came out here to support me, bought the pay-per-view. It means the world to me. Thank you guys. Steven came out here as a class act tonight. Very experienced fighter. I think this was his 11th pro fight. This is my 4th. I pride myself in taking fights that will get me to the UFC, and nothing changed tonight. I'm one step closer to being in the UFC. Everything is an experience. I will be back. I will be better. Don't feel bad for me. I did something courageous, and I'm still a bad motherfucker. Thank you guys. I love you all. Mary, I love you more than anything. Without my amazing wife, I couldn't do any of this. Or my coaches, my teammates, my family. You guys fuel me, and I'll be back.
All right, if everybody gives Jeremy Mitchell his hand.
All right. Okay, we got one more announcement from
All right, guys, so I'm here to announce the winner of the Gold Spectrum $300 product and merch raffle. Ethan Collins. If you report to the Gold Spectrum CBD stand, you can go and claim your prize. $300 worth of product and merch. Have a great night, everybody. Shout out to all the fighters for putting it on the line for everybody. And be safe driving home.
All right, spectationsports.com for all.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank every one of you for coming out tonight. Everybody have a safe night. We'll see you at the after party at Crazy Chicken. We'll see you then.
All right, to everybody at Spectation Sports, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. I tell you what, I have more fun than an MMA fan should be allowed to have getting to do this. I'm Matt Tomlinson. Thank you to Casey Oxnard and Nate Jolly for being my broadcast partners for this evening. We got to see some awesome fights. Congratulations to everybody that stepped up, stepped in, and laid it on the line. Thank you to the team. Thank you to the Showcase MMA. Thank you to all the fans that tuned in. Thank you to everyone that went to Action 247 Sports and placed a couple of bets. I hope you had some fun doing it. I appreciate all of you. We will see you guys in Myrtle Beach.